In this video, we're gonna be talking about owning the frame, and I'm not talking a picture frame. I am talking the frame of the conversation. Who is in control of the conversation? And I'm gonna go over my top 3 favorite ways to put yourself in the best situation possible to own the frame. My first tip for you is going to be quiet confidence. What does this mean? Well, I'm sure you've seen people who walk around loud and bombastic, trying to gain attention because they think they're carrying around a lot of confidence when really it's arrogance and cockiness, and they're kind of bombastic, right? You ever see someone walk into a room before and they're just well put together and they just look sharp and they present well, but they don't say too much? That's quiet confidence. And so I want to give you my top 3 things on how to develop some quiet confidence. So the first thing in developing quiet confidence, which is going to help you own the frame, is going to be how you carry yourself. So this goes back to what I was just saying a second ago. That person walks in the room and they're dressed well. Their hair is done. Maybe their makeup is done. They have some nice jewelry on, but it's not overdone, right? And they just kind of carry themselves around and they're shaking hands and their posture is good, but they're not being loud. They're not trying to garner attention, but they certainly draw attention. Carrying yourself has a lot to do with quiet confidence. It's when someone meets you for the first time and they go, this person's great. They know exactly what they're talking about. That is how we develop that quiet confidence, and we need to present in such a manner. So here are a few things. Here's a few keys on how to carry yourself better. Number 1 is, when I say makeup, I don't mean your lipstick and eyeliner, but if you wear that, make sure you're wearing it appropriately. But your makeup, how you present. So is your hair done properly? Or are you wearing a ratchety beanie trying to sell someone a couple $1,000 or $10,000 product? It really doesn't match up. So how we carry ourselves, how we make up, how we present ourselves truly matters. Number 2 is going to be our dress. And so my rule of thumb is that you always want to dress plus 1 for the occasion. So whether you're in sales, whether you're going to an event, whatever it might be, whatever they say or whatever you think the dress code should be, you should be 1 notch above everybody else. So you're selling to an industry, let's use gym owners as an example, where a lot of the times the high-end, like upper echelon of gym owners will wear a golf shirt. You want to at least match that, if not be 1 notch above it, and maybe wear a button down instead of a golf shirt. If they're all wearing t-shirts, wear a golf shirt. If they're all wearing button downs, no tie, wear a button down with a tie, maybe throw a vest on. If they're wearing ties, then maybe you put a jacket on, right? So you're always just a little bit 1 step above everybody else. And that has a lot to do with your dress and how you're going to carry yourself and how you're going to generate that quiet confidence that's going to ultimately help you own the frame. Okay, and now our third one is going to be carrying yourself like an expert. All right, so if you can come across, because your makeup is done well, again, not your lipstick and your eyeliner, but your hair, you're groomed nicely, your fingernails are trimmed, your breath doesn't smell, you're dressed 1 notch above where you should be, who you're speaking to, and you can carry yourself and believe in yourself that you are an expert that can help them with what they do. Well, that is the 3-way combination of creating quiet confidence and the first crucial step in terms of being able to own the frame, no matter who you're speaking to. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. We just got quiet confidence out of the way. We're gonna now move into questions control the convo. If you want to own the frame, it's not how much you run your mouth and how much you can say, it's how much you can ask. The person that asks the questions controls the conversation. You ever been on a sales call before and the prospect starts asking all of these questions and you're at their beck and call answering them? You lost your status. You've lost your frame. So be able to own the frame, understand key number 2 is that questions control the conversation. The person who is asking the questions will always stay in control of the conversation and put the other person not on defense, but they're certainly not on the offensive. So when you're asking questions about the prospect and not making it about yourself, you actually control the frame far more than trying to boost yourself up and tell them how great you are. Okay, my third and final tip here for owning the frame. I cannot emphasize detach from the outcome anymore. So if you have great makeup, you have quiet confidence, you're asking questions along the way, you're carrying yourself with poise as an expert, and you're detached from the outcome, is how we continue to own the frame. Meaning that it's not so much that we don't care if they sign up or not, or if they buy, because of course we want them to buy. And we know that they should buy, because by them buying our product or service, we can help them live a better life. So of course we should be concerned with helping them. But we can't come across in such a manner that we are becoming pushy and we are telling them that they need to do it and we're the best around. You have to believe me. You're going to lose the frame at that point. If you start overselling, it's a very easy way for your status to lower and lose the frame. So if you're detached from the outcome, knowing that you're doing everything possible in your control to lead to a favorable outcome for you, and it doesn't happen, it's no big deal. As if we can understand that the prospect, by buying from you, it doesn't really change your life all that much, but it can certainly change their life. If we approach the sale and our conversations from that standpoint of being detached from the outcome and not looking to get something out of every single encounter, every single interaction, you carry around the frame of someone who truly wants to help as opposed to some needy salesperson. So again, just a quick review. We're looking at quiet confidence as key ingredient number one. How you dress, how you present yourself, your makeup, and presenting yourself as an expert in what it is that you do. The second thing that we have to focus on is being able to ask questions. The person who asks the questions controls the conversation. So if you're just talking about yourself, it's not going to work out in your favor. Ask a lot of questions about the prospect, their situations, their goals, the outcome that they would like to see accomplished, and get a really good understanding of where they are. The more questions you can ask, yes, in discovery, but even during presentation, the more in control of the conversation you are. And then lastly, detach yourself from the outcome, because if you do everything right, most of the time it should work out in your favor. All right, so those are the three things that we can do to better own the frame. I'll see you in the next video.